All right. Now that you guys have had some time to work on these, let's talk about them and go through them. So again, it's very important that you identify what does my X represent, what does my Y your Y, what is your Y? If I could talk today, okay? It's important that you know what it means first. So what represents my X in this problem? That's your T, which is in seconds, okay? And your Y is H, and that's in feet. Did you just like fall off your chair? Oh, my cane fell over. Okay. So part A says, how long are the fireworks in the air? What am I looking for? My x-intercept. Good. Remember, the firework goes up and it goes poof, and then it comes back down. So if it's no longer in the air, it's on the ground. So I'm looking for my x-intercept. Part B, how high did the firework get? Vertex. What am I looking for if I'm looking for height of my vertex? My Y. So I'm looking for vertex and I'm looking for Y. Part C, how high were the fireworks 2 seconds after they left the roof? Your Y value after 2. Represents X. So right now we know that X is 2. I need to find Y. So you could have used your table for that. Find when X is 2 and give me your Y value. So what did we get for part A? 6.25 seconds. Okay. If you did not get these answers, please stop me. I will gladly put up the calculator and go over it real fast. Okay. It's not a problem. Part B, what did we get?
210.30.
210, depending on how you rounded it, I had 2.5 feet. If you rounded it to the 5, would round the 2 up to a 3, so that's correct as well. Okay. And again, it's going to be multiple choice, so just look at how they rounded it versus how you rounded it. Okay. Part C then. 204 feet. Awesome. Questions on task 5? There's going to be, I think there's 2 word problems on it. All right. Task 6. What does my X represent in this problem? T in seconds. And what's Y?
Your H and your height.
Height, and it's in feet. Okay. So part A, I'm looking for how long was the rocket in the air? X-intercept. If it's not in the air, it's on the ground. What was my X-intercept?
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Part B. How high was the rocket at 2 seconds?
48 feet.
48 feet. Good. So we know that my X value is a 2. I'm trying to find my Y. And part C. How high did the rocket get? Vertex. And you said 64 feet. Good. Vertex, and I'm looking for my Y value. How are we feeling about word problems so far? Not too bad? They're tedious, yes. Especially when you get to some of them and like you're sitting there and adjusting your window forever and ever and ever. Yes. Okay. That's the whole problem with word problems is sometimes the graph is just so big that it's hard to do from your calculator, which is why I gave you the negative b over 2a. But sometimes I'd rather just adjust my window and let it do it for me because that becomes tedious as well. What is X in task 7? T in seconds. And what is Y? H in feet. Bless you. A, how long was the ball in the air? 2.5 seconds. We're looking for the X-intercept. 2.5 seconds. Part B, how high did the soccer ball get? Okay, Y value of the vertex. We're looking for Y. And what did we get?
15.13.
15.13 feet. Fantastic. You guys are experts. No, you just didn't round it to the 2. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, part C. When did the ball hit its highest point?
15.13.
Okay.
I got 15.13.
Careful. It's vertex, but what am I looking for? I need my X value this time. So you were in the right place, Mo, but you just need to go to the other part. So you need the X because it's talking about when. So we're talking about time, which should be 1.12 seconds. Okay. You're fine. Let me pull up my life here. Oops. Exit. I need this. Okay. So for this one, let me clear out my calculator. 712. So you would have put in negative 8x squared plus 18x plus 5. And we go to graph. Oh, good. I shouldn't have adjusted too much, right? We should be able to go to maybe like 25, maybe. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you know that you should have calculated a maximum here, correct? Okay, so there's the left bound. Here's the right bound. And enter. Okay, so you got this far, right? No? Good with this much. Okay, just be careful. When you come back to here, we said that X represented your time and H represented your height. So when it's asking when, you're looking for time, not height. So all you need to do is, yes, you had this, but this is your time and this is your height. So you need to use the time part of it. That's why we do the whole what does X represent, what does Y represent, so you understand which part of the vertex that you're going to need. Okay. So just be careful with that. Anybody else? Questions, issues, problems? Okay. Alrighty then. Task number 8. On Mars, gravity is less than it is on Earth. Oh, we're talking gravity. I like gravity. Okay. Let's see. What does X represent in this problem? T in seconds. And what does Y represent? H. And that's height. Let's say it's in feet. Yeah, because it's talking about a foothill. Okay, so we're in feet. How high would the rock be after 20 seconds? 390 feet. Okay, so again, it gives you 20 seconds. We know that seconds are my X value. So you would plug in 20 for X and find Y in your table. Or you could just plug it into your equation. And you should have gotten 390 feet. Part B. How high would the rock get? You need your Y value of your vertex. It says how high. So we're looking for height. So we're at vertex and we're at the Y. And we got what? Awesome. And finally, part C. How long will the rock be in the air? X-intercept. If it's no longer in the air, it's on the ground. So we're on the X-axis. So we're looking for, and you said 30 seconds. Okay. 30 seconds. So when you graphed this one, not only could you not see high enough, you couldn't see far enough to the right. So what I mean by that is when you adjusted your window, you had to adjust a couple of things. So you would have went, actually, let me clear this out first. Second plus 712. Y equals, you would have plugged this in as negative 1.9 X squared plus 56X. You said plus 30. Thank you. Okay. What do you notice about your answer for part C and the equation I just plugged in? You got 30. Ooh, it's exciting. Imagine that. Okay. All right. So we go to graph. Woo.
I know, right?
All we got is a straight line. So all that means is all you can see is the left part of the graph. So it's coming up and it's going to hit a peak and it's coming back down way over here. Okay. It's coming down way over here. So I need to adjust up and to the right. So when you only get like one straight line going, that means you can't see far enough to the right. So when you go to your window this time, I have to adjust my X max as well as my Y max. So I'm going to start at 20, okay, which I know is off, okay. Okay, still can't see anything. Okay, so we're going to go back and adjust it again. Let's jump to 40 this time. And let's jump to 100. I finally see it come back down. So we're good on the right-hand side. I still need to adjust my Y max. You said we had to go to like 500?
450.
450 worked?
450, 350. I think 350. No,
450 worked. Okay. If you went to 500, that's fine, as long as you can see your whole picture. It doesn't matter how you adjust your window as long as you can see your picture. So your picture would have just looked a little bit different if you didn't use 450. Okay. So yours looked like what? Okay, so you just still need to see farther to the right. You don't see the thing coming back in. So you need to adjust your X max to see to the right. Okay, so that's how we adjust window. All right, let's try task number 9 now. This is the one I was getting some questions on. Again, it's very important that you understand what each letter represents. So X this time represents what? Number of meals. Okay, it clearly tells you that, the number of meals. What is Y? That's your P, which is what? Profit. Okay, remember, these equations should always be Y equals. So whatever letters here should be your Y value. So now, understand what X and Y is asking. What is the least number of meals Amelia needs to cater to begin making a profit?
The X value of your vertex.
Okay, you need your X value of your vertex here. So when I graph this, let's graph this so we can see what it looks like so you can start to understand. Okay. And again, it's not that you guys don't know how to solve for some of this. It's comprehending what the heck it's telling you. So 712. This time when I plug this in, my A value is positive. Everything else was negative. So what does that do to my graph? What does my graph look like if my A value is positive? We have a minimum this time. Okay. So when I go to graph it, I've got a low value. All right, so all we saw was a straight line, so I need to see lower, okay? And again, you know it's lower because it's an up-facing parabola because my A value is positive. So I need to see lower, so I need to change my Y minimum. Negative, you said 450? Dang. Okay, negative 450. I also need to see farther to the right because I don't see it coming back up.
60. 35. Okay.
I'm going with 60 because I heard that first. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a graph. So what's happening here is we start here. Okay, this is when she starts her business. When you start a business, you don't automatically gain profit. You're putting more into it than you're getting out of it. So she's losing money, losing money, losing money, losing money, losing money. Oh, here we start gaining money. Okay, so I'm looking for a minimum this time. So we're looking for vertex and we're looking for, they want to know X value. Okay, what did we get? How many meals?
26.
26. I had 25. 25, 26. Okay. Do I need to solve it? Is it 26? Did I write down the wrong answer before?
It's 26.
Hold on. Let me do this. It's 25 on the table.
Yeah, you did the same thing we started with the x-intercept.
Yeah, and then you told us to do the vertex.
Oh, intercept. Intercept will work. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me reiterate my life. Okay. When your y value is 0. When your y value is 0. Okay. So remember, yes, you were right the first time. Let me reiterate. Okay. So remember, y is your profit. So what's happening? What's happening as you look at this table? Okay. So we start here.
I used the 0.
That works. Okay. So we're losing money. Losing money. Take a look at your Y's. We're losing. We're losing. We're losing. We're losing. We're losing. We're still in the negatives. Still in the negatives. All of a sudden, we've broke even. Okay. So when your Y value is 0, you've broke even. You have no money left. Okay. You're not losing anymore. So that's where the 25 meals came from. Okay. So you're actually finding your 0. Let me. Yes. So 25 meals, and let me fix this. This should not be vertex. I'm so sorry. This should be your 0. I know.
Well, that's your fault. I got it wrong.
That is my fault. That is my fault. I will take full blame for that.
Well, I don't feel bad.
Okay. It was my fault. I will take full blame on that. If she caters, no meals 1 week. How much money does she lose? She's catering nothing. $150. If I have no meals, that means my X value is a 0. They want to know your Y value.
Negative 100.
So it should be negative 150. Okay, so you're losing $150. That negative means that you're losing money. Part C. What is her profit if she's catered 50 meals?
50. You want to know the Y value.
Okay, so your X is 50. You want to know the Y value.
2,650.
Good. She's made $2,650. Okay. She's made $2,650.
Number 10.
All right. Number 10. So we're talking about a ball. Okay. So part A. All I want you to tell me is, what am I looking for in this? Okay. So you're hitting a ball. The ball's going up into the air and coming back down.
3 points.
Okay.
I got 3 points.
You don't need an answer. I need you to tell me what you're looking for here. So if I ask, when will the ball hit the ground? What are you looking for?
0.
X-intercept or a 0? I don't care how you want to do it. X-intercept, that's a 0. Okay. If I want to know, the building was 100 feet high.
The vertex. The Y value is vertex. It just told you what the building was.
The building was 100 feet high.
Ain't that something they gave you? Is it the
This is
square?
your Y-intercept. Okay. This is going to be your Y-intercept. Okay. So think about it. You're not talking anything about the ball, right? The building was 100 feet high. So he's standing on a building that's 100 feet high. So that's the starting point of the ball being thrown. So you're at 0 in time, which makes it your Y-intercept. The ball hasn't been thrown yet. You're just on a building that's 100 feet high. Okay? You don't know anything else yet.
That kid threw a ball 100 feet in the air through the building.
Okay. What was the ball's maximum height? What am I looking for? Y value of my vertex. We're looking for vertex and Y. Because I'm talking height.
Vertex.
Okay, when was the ball at its high point?
Vertex and the X.
Vertex X. Part E, how long was the ball in the air? 0. Your x-intercept or your 0. We're back down on the ground. And finally, F, how high off the ground was the ball before it was kicked? Okay, it was before it's even kicked, or before it was even thrown. Y-intercept. Okay. I don't know why a kid's playing on a roof. Okay.
Where are their parents?
Where are